What's up, guys? I just finished my PT session, and it was a 6-mile ruck today, and just ruck run up through the hills, up to the hills, down to downtown Redlands. And when you do something like that, you get a lot of time to think, and to think honestly with yourself, because you know, your mind just starts just kind of being a little bit more calm, and so you become a little more clear-headed after the initial pain and everything like that go away. And you start to be able to get to know yourself a little bit better. It's almost like a meditative state. And one of the things I was really thinking about was, well, I haven't had a job for the last, 10, 12 years. And that's not me bragging, because part of that time I was homeless. Part of that time, a lot of that time, I couldn't afford food. I couldn't afford a cup of coffee. A lot of that time I was really struggling. And to be honest with you, I'm still struggling to some extent, because I'm trying to make this business everything it can be, because I'm trying to save pennies, because I'm trying to build. But I asked myself why I did that to myself. Even at a time when I didn't have a clear goal, when I wasn't sure of where I was going, why did I do that to myself? Why did I just kind of set out on that? And I think the big reason is because when I got back from deployment, when I got out of the military, because I was stop lost, one of the things I noticed about myself was that I came back to my hometown and I was sitting on the same bar stool, going to the same clubs, drinking the same drinks, doing the same thing night after night, weekend after weekend, and going down the wrong path. And at one point, I guess I realized that one of the reasons why I joined the military in the first place, one of the reasons why I wanted to make a change in the first place, was to make a commitment to myself to be better, to make a commitment to myself to be a better person, to live by a certain set of values. And when I got back to my home environment, working, thinking I needed an award of sorts on the weekends, all those values, all those things just kind of sort of disintegrated. I was doing all the wrong things. I was living just to drink. I was living just to go out. I was living for pleasure. I wasn't living according to any mission. And then my work life was just day to day. Just get it done, get out so you can go have fun. And the deeper I guess I got into it, the deeper I guess I got into my career, what I was doing for a job. I was working for a bank. The more I realized that the deeper I got in, the harder it was going to be for me to get out. Because it wasn't just the drinking, it was the entire lifestyle that was trapping me. And it was, I guess, my choices that caused me to really not live up to anything at all. And maybe this has come out a little bit cloudy, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that a lot of times the real change in your life can be painful. A lot of times there's going to have to be some sort of crucible you have to go through. And for me, that was, going through that period where I couldn't afford a cup of coffee, going through that period where I was living out of my car, going through that period where I was so lonely that I would sit at department stores and shopping malls to watch families and kind of fantasize that I was part of those families, or going out to have dinner and things like that. And I guess that's something that I had to go through to get to where I am, which is in a loving relationship, on a path to making a better life for myself. I can't say my life is easy right now. I'm definitely not a baller or anything like that, but I have a good life, and it's because I went through that crucible. So if you're going through your own crucible right now, if you're going through your own period of difficulty right now, be thankful for it, because you might be learning some things right now that are going to help you for the rest of your life. You might be on the path toward a life change that's going to make things a lot better. Um, the only way that you fail is if you just stop, you just quit. Um, but if you keep going and you keep pushing yourself through that changing period, that transformation period that you're going through, then afterwards, you're gonna be a lot more comfortable in the skin of the person you become. So I hope this helps. I hope it doesn't make too much confusion, or I hope I'm not too cloudy after running that 6 miles, but it's a beautiful day out here and I'm ready to take advantage of it. And I'm ready to go inside and do some work, make some things happen for myself to go through my next crucible.